Hi, I'm Sophia, and in this video I'm taking you, along with me, to explore what I learned on our most recent PLP 11 trip to Victoria. But this wasn't just any class trip. As we explored this beautiful and historic place, we carried along with us a driving question. What role do museums and governments play in acknowledging and addressing historical injustices? For me, this question sparked a different kind of curiosity. Instead of only focusing on the larger systems or official voices, I want to focus on something more personal, the one-on-one connections people make with history. When I asked one of the staffs about a moment that really stuck with them, they shared a really powerful story. An elder came from a local First Nations group and visited the language tree exhibit. She found the name of her language on one of the trees. She stood there quietly. Then she walked up and hugged the tree, tears filled in her eyes. That moment showed how these displays aren't just visuals and that they're deeply personal. It reminded me how powerful it is to be seen and acknowledged. For her, that tree wasn't just an exhibit. It was recognition. It was proof that her language, her culture, and her story truly mattered. Museums like this give people the chance to connect with history in a lasting way. They aren't just about the past, they're about healing, understanding, and feeling. And that kind of learning stays with you no matter who you are. After the museum, we visited the Victoria Parliament Legislature, a completely different setting, but just as impactful. It was a great opportunity to see how government spaces can also engage with the history of injustice, especially with Indigenous peoples. Walking through the building, we were hearing stories and seeing how the government presents its role in reconciliation. It felt more personal than just watching a speech on the news. Being there in person gave us a chance to ask questions, to listen closely, and to really think about how governments are trying to acknowledge the past. This showed us more than just words, but their action and transparency on these topics. It made me realize that learning about injustice doesn't always have to feel distant or formal. When you're in this space where decisions are made, the connection feels real, more real than reading about it through the news. I learned that it's not just about policies, and it's also about the people. So again I ask, what role do museums and governments play in addressing historical injustices? As I have learned, they both create spaces, physical and emotional, where truth can be shared and where the healing can begin. Whether it's a language tree or a conversation in the parliament, these places help turn history into something human, something where connection can continue and be welcomed with open arms. And that is where the real understanding starts.